the Batman is now 3 days away, two or 3 days away, depending on when we're going to go see it. And this story comes from, we got this covered, and another one from comicbook.com. The Batman producer compares the Penguin spinoff to Scarface. I am very excited about this.
Yeah, that makes my heart sore because
Yes.
I think I talked about it in a Pop Culture Crisis episode that I was saying the third Christopher Nolan movie should have been The Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I remember saying that because especially like in this like social political environment, to make like the ending of the saga be like this political figure, it would have been so perfect.
Yep, it would have made more sense than Bane.
Right.
So it says the latest of SFX magazine is the landmark 350th, and the star of the show is, of course, the Batman. The highly anticipated film is days away from its theatrical debut, but Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle aren't the only characters you'll want to pay close attention to. Oswald Cobblepot, or the Penguin, played by Colin Farrell. By the way, it's been so funny watching interviews, hearing him with his, like, I don't know if it's Scottish or his Irish accent when he does it, because he sounds so New York when he talks, when he's like, hey, what you doing there? He's like, watch yourself, sweetheart.
He's Irish.
He's Irish. So like hearing him with his Irish accent is really funny. Same with Robert Pattinson, because Robert Pattinson is British.
Uh-huh.
They take all the good roles because they have those drama schools over there that are very superior. The highly anticipated film is just days away, and so we're talking Colin Farrell. It says is getting a spin-off of his own, and they're out of all the announcements they've made. Now I'm highly critical of Warner Brothers for being a place that tends to over-announce stuff, but this one seems to meaning like a character gets some traction and people seem to like it, and they start like announcing all these projects that they're going to do, which really just means that they might do. But this one seems to be the most set in stone. It has the most development behind it.
And the coolest one.
Yes. So it says, and the Batman will serve as building blocks for Oswald's rise to infamy. Hot off the presses, SFX finds the Batman producer comparing the in-development HBO series to Brian De Palma's classic Scarface. That would be amazing. So it says, we're doing a spin-off with Farrell, seeing Oz's rise to power. Almost like a Scarface story. It's exciting to do something like that just as a standalone, but it speaks to the character and our movie, so that you'll go back to the movie and say, oh, I see that backstory there. That line refers to this. So they'll build on, kind of like how a lot of like Star Wars stuff would have tie-in novels, but that was done more to like tie up loose ends that people thought didn't fit, and a lot of times they didn't work that well. This could be like a better prepared version of that. Also, I noticed this other article here. The Batman star Colin Farrell seemingly confirms that the Penguin HBO series will be R-rated.
That's really
cool. So they can go can go much more in depth into what a character like that should be. Mm-hmm. So during a new HBO interview, the Batman star Colin Farrell spoke about the upcoming HBO Max series based on the exploits of the Penguin, seemingly confirming that the show will be R-rated. Despite plenty of speculation and rumors to the contrary, it's always highly unlikely that the Batman will hit with an R rating. Yeah, that was never going to happen. They will never make Batman R-rated. There's too much money to be lost in doing. The Joker.
Kind of hot.
The Joker made $1 billion without China with an R rating, but
isn't the Joker what you said? You were saying that like really like the Batman undertone was just like
it was barely there.
Marketing.
Yeah, it was barely there.
It was more of like a mental health movie.
It was just a really sad movie that was gripping and beautiful, but then they added Batman elements later.
Can I say I think it's the most overrated movie of all time?
Ooh.
It's good. It's a good movie.
Very good. It's
a good movie, but everyone was like, "Oh God, I wept."
Yes,
I wept. I wept. It was like, will there ever be theater after this?
You can blame. You can blame.
The hell, dude.
You can blame the lame critics for like saying it was going to cause violence and making it out to be way more than it was.
Yeah, they associated with the incels, and the incels were gonna become domestic terrorists. Like it became like this whole politicized thing.
Everyone knew that was ridiculous, except for apparently the journalists. Even the actors were sick of it by the end.
But like as a reaction to that ridiculousness, like the public's fervor was like, has there ever been a movie before the Joker? And I was like, dude, it's not even the best rendition of the Joker.
It's
not even top 3 maybe.
Tim loves that version of the Joker.
I mean, sure.
It's good. To me, is one of the
best one is like without a doubt
I prefer Heath Ledger's Joker,
Right.
but that's the time of my life that it came out in. I also love
Maybe.
Mark Hamill's animated portrayal of the Joker.
That's my favorite.
But that's going to depend on who you are,
For sure.
whatever that means. So, but one thing that's funny about this is that reaction to that movie saying that it's the greatest thing ever was almost a reaction to the critics saying that it was going to be this horrible thing. So this TV show could theoretically go in the same tone as the Joker movie. As the Joker movie would, and would fit better because they could do it on HBO Max where they don't have to worry about the restrictions, and it's not going to get a theatrical release. It's going to be a TV show, so this can do a lot better, I think.
Which is good too, because
yes.
TV shows are better than movies.
Yes.
They
So
have more time to elaborate.
during an interview with Rotten Tomatoes, Colin Farrell spoke about his interpretation of the classic DC Comics villain. The Irish actor said he was looking forward to exploring Oz in more depth, and that he's heard he was going to be allowed to kind of do an R-rated version of the character. I mean, that fits more in with if we're talking about Gotham at the height of its crime spree, as the city really goes down the drain, and all of these criminals kind of rise to power. Think of it as like a lot of people don't realize how good of a show Gotham was. Mm-hmm. Gotham was a very, very good show.
I saw it.
The first season did it no justice, and a lot of people like tuned out after the first season, not realizing that it got better as it went on.
Yep.
And that version of Oswald Cobblepot is very good as well.
It was a really disturbing show.
Yes.
By the end.
Yes, it was. So it says it doesn't sound like things are set in stone here, but if the still untitled Penguin show is being developed with an R rating in mind, there's a good chance the GCPD spinoff will follow suit. I don't know if they're going to do that. If they're going to get Jeffrey Wright, I always call it. Felix Leiter is the name of his character from the James Bond movies. Jeffrey Wright, who plays Commissioner Gordon in these movies, I'm assuming he's going to be the star of that one. I don't think they need to make that one R-rated. I think if he's having more varied adventures, you could vary the tone there a little bit.
They got away with a lot on the Gotham show.
Yep.
So like
Yeah.
now when I think
Later time slot.
right, that must be it. Because now when I think like, so the next one's gonna be R, but the last one had like gruesome violence in it.
Yep.
So like I wonder like what else are they gonna go for?
Great art direction too. The show looked fantastic, and the costumes and the sets were.
The ending was terrible.
I knew it was. They didn't even need to bring young Batman into it. It was stupid. They didn't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my opinion. I also was not a
agree.
fan of Jada Pinkett Smith's character either, but that's just me.
The ending was like, what's going on here?
The CGI to make that kid, but it's just funny because that kid is so young. David Masu, like the actor who played young Bruce Wayne, he's like, he just looks like a 12-year-old.
And the lady, they got Catwoman at the end.
The girl who plays Catwoman, yeah.
No, but in the end, there's like the grown-up versions of them.
I don't even remember the grown-up version of her.
Oh my God, thank God.
The kid who played Valeska was fantastic. That's the kid from Shameless. Cameron Monaghan is his
Yep.
name. That kid's fantastic. I don't think is it Shameless? I don't know. Look up Cameron Monaghan on IMDb.
Is that the guy that played the Joker?
It's like their version. It's not the Joker because they didn't give them permission, but he wears like a purple suit and
It was there.
It's Jerome and Jeremiah Valette.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
plays
yeah.
the twins. That was fantastic. But that
He was super disturbing.
yes, he was.
What did he play as?
He played as Valeska, Jerome Valeska in the show. His name's Cameron. Cameron, and then Monaghan, I believe. Can't believe I remember that off the top of my head.
And not the Joker.
He played no. It's like discount Joker. We can't do Joker here.
No,
so
he was a clown, but not Joker.
yes.
Okay. So what show are we looking
I'm saying
for?
what were his big credits?
His big credits were basically in Shameless, yes.
Okay. Never, that's what I was. I thought it was Shameless, but I wasn't.
And he was
100%
also
sure.
in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
He also played a very like a preteen, like a young serial killer in an episode of Criminal Minds, which is probably where they got the idea for him to play.
Dude, I
that
just think
character on
he's really hot.
that. Okay.
There you go.
He does seem right up your alley, Miracle.
Yeah.
So
What is that supposed to be?
because every time she's like, I love this character because he's so violent. Women, am I right?
A little bit of pathology there.
Yes. So I want to go point. So with the Batman coming out, I want to point to this one more article that I thought was really funny. You guys will enjoy this. It says Batman wore a big suit to the Batman premiere, and a bunch of NBA fans all had the same funny take. Did I get rid of it? Hold on. I think I still have the picture here. So they talk about how he looks like, let me go back. So it says, the Batman will finally be making its long-awaited release this coming week, and the excitement amongst fans seems to be increasing. All the while, Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, and the rest of the cast and crew have been hitting the red carpet. Did you see the picture? Okay, I didn't bring it up on my thing here, but basically it says, Rob out here dressed like he got drafted by the Nuggets in 2002. It says, why does Robert Pattinson look like he's in the 2003 NBA draft? And they didn't show the picture in this article, but I found a picture of like the dudes from the 2003 NBA draft, and it's the greatest thing you'll ever see.
I have two fears in life.
Look at those suits. That's exactly what Pattinson's suit looked like in the thing, but look at those suits, man.
I have two fears in life. One is that my girlfriend is eventually falling in love with Brett. Over every episode of Pop Culture Crisis. She framed you know how Brett writes notes about like the segments? She like framed one.
That is amazing.
And she's putting it at our house.
Wait,
Look
where'd
at
she
that
get that from?
Look at that.
It was in my pocket.
Look at that suit.
And the second one is becoming a meme on the internet. He just wore a suit that's a little longer.
It's
little
wide.
I know, I understand.
Look at that top.
He should have fitted it. I get it. You know?
I think he did it on purpose.
But you just do one thing.
The 90s are back, babe.
And you get the eye of one person, and congratulations, you're a big suit guy for the rest of your life.
That's what he'll be.
Oh God.
But if you look at this photo, I mean,
He looks ridiculous. In the tweet I saw, at least.
She's all like super sexy looking, and he's just like, I could fit 3 of you in my suit. Like maybe it's to like do the thing where like he wraps it around her.
That's cute.
And then they disappear.
Do you think they're going to be the next It couple?
No.
Isn't he married?
I don't.
I think he is.
No, I don't think he is. I think they were like, somebody said that they got together. Like, there was like rumors during all of like COVID that they were like having sex on the Batmobile.
That made me marketing.
That's
But I hope
I'm sure
it's
it was.
true.
I'm sure it was. Well,
I hope
it's
it's
like
true.
Mr. H covered a lot of the Batman stuff start to finish. In fact, it's weird to me that this movie's coming out already, because it was supposed to come out in 2020, and then it was supposed to come out in 2021. And I'm like, is it ever going to come out? And now it's here, and I'm like, oh my God, it's
tomorrow.
2022 already. So I'm excited about this, but Pattinson, like, let me borrow that suit jacket, dude. I could rock that. I mean,
Also, Dane, don't worry about your girlfriend falling in love with Brett. If you say it into the world, maybe
Worried about it.
it might happen, but you don't know.
I just keep hearing he's so clever. And I'm like,
very clever. That's
clever.
me.
Wouldn't you be more clever than Brett? Take over his
I'm
role.
trying.
If
Take
Robert
over his
Pattinson
role.
wants to bring it back, then I'm not mad at him. I mean, hey, the look is a bit unconventional now, but at least it won't leave people scared like a superhero costume did. Plus, let's be honest, when it comes to fashion, nostalgia's in. See, the 90s. That's why Tom Holland needs to cut that 90s like hair down to here look, where it's like he looks like he's straight out of the first Scream movie. Skeet Ulrich just like.
But I agree
Tom
with
Holland?
Brett. That haircut doesn't match his face.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Who are we talking about?
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
He's got like hair down to here right now, but
It's
it's
gross.
curly and long, and just doesn't work.
Okay.
Here's me being extremely judgmental. So,
There we go.
so the Batman good, Robert Pattinson suit at the premieres not so good, but that's just my personal opinion.
Thank you for the reference.
Yes, isn't that amazing?
Oh.
That picture is amazing. It's on there, right, Miracle?
Only on
Yeah,
Pop Culture
I saw
Crisis.
it.
Yes.
I love it.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.